Right, we're currently in model space and we are sort of looking at a plan of a site with a building on it that I'm circling with my mouse here. It's linked to an existing building by this link here, and this is a new build linked to an existing build. The existing build is only being drawn in 2D, the same as the remainder of the site. The new build has been drawn in 2D also, but also it's had a 3D construction extruded on top of the 2D, so we have a full 3D model of this building. Now, we created a site plan, a ground floor plan, and a first floor plan, and we also created in layout mode a projected view. We projected a base from model space. This is projection of the actual 3D solid model. And before we started, we made sure that we set third angle and cancel that. And there's a top view. We could have had a right side view there, but instead we put a cutting plane line through and made a section view here using the create section view up here on the ribbon. We also projected from this front view, we projected this isometric view. So we've got the front view, top view, isometric, and this is a section. Now, what we're going to do here is we would like on the ground floor and first floor plans not to have this building on a slope. We'd like it sort of lined horizontally and vertically. We don't want to change how it appears on the site plan. We don't want to interfere with that, so therefore we haven't got to change how it appears in model space either. But we do want to rotate it in both the ground floor plan and the first floor plan. The first thing to do is to ascertain what angle this is at, so we know how much we need to rotate or twist it within the viewport. The viewport's frozen, so you can't see the viewport. Perhaps I will thaw that so you can actually see it. Right, so I've thawed all the viewports on this drawing, on this file, so we can see what's inside the viewport and what's not inside the viewport. Now, I'm just going to, inside the viewport, I'm just going to select what we've got here, and we've got the 3D part of the building frozen. So all we've got are lines and polylines and hatching on there from the actual 2D ground floor view. And same with these internal walls. Everything is sort of in the is just basically polylines and blocks in there. So all the 3D stuff is frozen inside this viewport. So before we rotate this, we need to work out how many degrees we need to rotate it. Now, if we click on this big red A here and select Drawing Utilities, and then go up to Units, we need to do this rotation quite accurately. At the moment, the angle precision is set to 0. We want to set this to the maximum precision available. There we are, to 8 decimal places. So we will select that before we attempt to do the measure. And what I'm going to do next, we're in model, so we can access inside the viewport because we're in model on this layout. Turn ortho on. It's already on there, ortho. And I don't know what layer I'm in. Let me select a suitable layer. I think we'll go for the construction layer. So I'll thaw the construction layer globally, and I'll also, if it let me, I will thaw it globally. Yeah, and I'll also thaw it within this viewport. So, and I will make the construction layer the current layer. So what I will do now is I shall draw, I'll have to unlock this viewport. It is locked at the moment. So I'm in model. There's the showing the viewport's locked. So I'll unlock it, select the line tool, and I will draw a line from the end of that internal wall. We can use anything as a reference, anything suitable. And I've got ortho on, so this line I'm drawing must be vertical. So I'll click and enter. Now I'm just going to lock the viewport again a moment because I want to zoom a bit and I don't want to change the scale. So that's the line I've drawn, and the angle of rotation is the difference between this internal wall and this vertical line here. So I'm going to now measure the angle in between that wall and that line, and I'm just going to make a note of this. It would be nice if we could do this with a calculator and paste this value where we want it, but it's got to be between points rather than, it doesn't work properly. So I'm just going to make a note of that. It's 1.0606, sorry, 1.606064660. And we'll exit that. And I'll now freeze the construction layer. I'll have to change into another layer. Any old layer will do. I'll go into a ground floor layer, my G ground floor. Layers, I'm in the hatch layer, not a good one, that is it. Let's activate the ground filter. And I'll select the ground walls internal line. I'll zoom out slightly. Unlock the viewport again. And I need to, while I'm in model, inside, within the viewport activated, I need to type DV for dynamic view. And it says select objects we're prompted to do, so I'll type all. So we're selecting absolutely everything in there. And before I do this, really I should, let's come out of that. I really should freeze that construction layer. I meant to do it earlier, but I forgot. So we'll go into all used layers and we'll freeze that construction layer again. And back in the ground filter. Right. So I now want to type DV, dynamic view, select all, so type all again. And just type enter again. And we get some choices down here. I want to use twist TW. I can type TW and enter, or I can click on twist in the command line. And you can see I can twist this round, and I'll type in the angle that we measured previously, which was 1.6060640, and enter, and enter again to finish the command. Relock the viewport. Be careful you haven't changed its scale, otherwise you'll have to reset it before the scale before you relock the viewport. So I'll relock the viewport, and there we've rotated that so it is perfectly horizontal and vertical. And just to prove that, if I keep ortho on, and I'll just test that out with a line, I'll draw it from there. No, you can't do that. Sorry, you cannot do that because it's drawing at the original position, vertical. We've twisted the viewport, so we're twisting we've twisted the relationship between actual model space and this viewport, if you can imagine that. So now this drawing does appear as we want it. I can freeze the viewport layer again. So if I go down, and I'll just freeze the viewports again. Back into first. And if I wish, I could select a suitable layer, and I could add some dimensions and paper space here. Back in paper space, I could go to annotate, just to demonstrate this. I can use a linear. And you can see you can annotate in paper space. So I shall just delete that. And that was just a quick demonstration that we can add annotation after we've done this twist. Now, I might also in here want to create projected views that are horizontal and vertical, because really, you know, this front elevation where I'm showing hidden detail, of course, is not very good. The walls don't look right in the hidden view here at all. Same with the section view, and it's all because this is rotated. So I've prepared an additional sheet here, ready, an additional layout, and deleted the viewport. Now, what you would normally do, of course, is we'd go to layout and we'd project a base like so, and you can change your scale if you wish, but I'm not going to. I can exit that. I can place the top view. I can place a right side view there. I didn't in the other drawing because it was a section that we'd done. And I can place that like so. And that's similar to what we have in here. So I'm just going to delete all that because that's not what we want. Just double check in styles and standards that we are set to third angle projection. Click OK. And the way to proceed is to put the top view in first. So I'll select the base view from model space. Now that is clearly not a top view, it is a front view, but I'll place it in the position where I would want the top view to be, the approximate position. Then I click on orientation and select top, then exit. Now I'm not going to exit yet, that looks a bit small. I'm going to change that scale to, yes, change the scale to 0.02. And exit. Right, so I don't want to project the front view down here or any other view for that matter. It just doesn't project properly if you project that to the right, as you can see anyway. So I just press enter to get rid of that. And then what I need to do now is to rotate this. So we made a note of the angle before of 1.60606460 degrees rotation. So I shall just zoom into the corner of this view, and I'm going to use just the ordinary 2D rotate tool. Select object, which is this view, and right click or press enter, and then specify a base point, and I'm going to snap to the corner there, and then I'm going to type the rotation angle that we measured earlier of 1.60664660. That's wrong, I've typed it wrong. Let me do that again. 1.60666460. I just press enter, and there we've got the correctly rotated top view. And I then go back to the layout, and I select a projected view. We should just double check that we're still in third angle, which we are. Okay, so projected view, select this as the parent view and project a view straight down. I'll just press enter. I can alter such things as whether we're showing hidden lines or not. It's from parent, it says on there. And we can't change that. Now I can do another projected view. I select this, and I could place a right side view there. Probably not what I want to do because I had a section across there before. So instead, I'm going to put my isometric view up here and enter. Now I'm going to change this view by selecting it and click on edit view, and I'm going to change that to shade it with visible lines only. Now I can put a section view in now, so if I click this and select full section, I can select the object, make sure I've got ortho turned on, and I'll draw a cutting plane line. It'll come out as CC because I've already got two previous cutting plane lines on other layouts, like so. And we'll place our section view and exit. Now, that is pretty similar to this one here. The view is a little bit different on the top view there, but if you notice that where that's rotated and the front of the walls in hidden detail don't line up with the backs of the wall because the building is projected from this rotated view. On the straight view, you're looking at the building square on, and it appears as it should do. Same with the section view. I'm just going to select that, and I'm going to edit view and just change this to visible lines only. So we really are sort of making it the same as what that view was. And again, if you wish, you can start adding annotation to this, dimensions and so on. And that's basically how you rotate it. If you look back at model space, you can see nothing's changed in model space. Nothing's changed in the site plan. Ground floor plan, we squared that one off earlier. We didn't rotate the first floor plan, but we would do that in the same manner as we did with the ground floor plan. And our right elevation and sections, we'd give the same treatment to that as what we've done with this one. And that's it basically. Just one other thing, when I changed this top view to visible lines only, I changed this one because it's from parent, so I need to select that view, edit view, and change that one to visible and hidden lines, like that. Exit, and that really is it.